Good morning everyone. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app and you can attempt the quiz in this app and read detailed explanation. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. Now we have started a new channel, Civils Academy. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. So, which union ministry has notified draft rules under the Code on Social Security? So this has been notified by Ministry of Labour and Employment. And as per these new rules, unorganized workers, gig workers and platform workers can get the social security benefits by Aadhaar based authentication. So Aadhaar is a unique identity and it is issued by UIDAI, that is Unique Identification Authority of India, and it is a statutory body under MEITY, that is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. So using this Aadhaar based registration system, these unorganized sector workers can get the benefits of social security. Next question is, the Dharani portal, which was in news, was launched by which state government? So it was launched by Telangana government and it is a portal for registration of property. Now previously, that means so far, it was for the registration of agricultural land and property. Now even non-agricultural properties will be registered through this portal. So it is a land record management portal. Why it was in use? Because originally only agricultural lands were registered, but now even non-agricultural properties will be registered. Next question is, which Indian company has commenced phase 3 trials of COVID-19 vaccine Covaxin? So recently Bharat Biotech commenced phase 3 trials of COVID-19 vaccine Covaxin, and it is India's first indigenous COVID-19 vaccine. Now recently, for the development of vaccine, government allocated 900 crore rupees for COVID Suraksha mission. So this is for the development of vaccine and research in that sector. And this was a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat 3.0 package. So in this package, announcement of 2.65 lakh crore was done. So this 900 crore rupees was given to DBT, that is Department of Biotechnology. Recently DBT completed 50 years and on this occasion Department of Post released special cover to commemorate this event. Next question is, Home Ministry constituted teams to check compliance of COVID-19 guidelines in the private hospitals of which state or union territory? So this is Union Territory of New Delhi. And in this context, MHA, that is Ministry of Home Affairs, constituted teams to ensure that the COVID-19 guidelines are properly followed in private hospitals. Now in the context of COVID-19, recently a term was in use and it is HALO. So recently UN, that is United Nations, collaborated with Vaccine Confidence Project. So this is a project of University of London and these two launched this HALO initiative. The objective of this HALO initiative is to prevent misinformation related to COVID-19 vaccine. Now coming back to Delhi, so recently Delhi was also in news because of its airport and it is Indira Gandhi International Airport. Why it was in news? Because recently it became the first airport in Asia Pacific region to get the highest level, that is level 4+ transition carbon accreditation. So this became the first such airport in Asia Pacific region to achieve this milestone. And this airport, that is Indira Gandhi International Airport, is operated by GMR Group. Now answer in comment box, which group operate Lucknow Airport? Now recently Delhi government was also in news as it increased the fine for those who are not wearing mask in public places. So previously it was 500 rupees, now it is 2000 rupees. Next question is, what is the theme of 12th BRICS summit? So the theme was global stability, shared security and innovative growth. And for the year 2020, Russia is the president of BRICS. President of Russia is Vladimir Putin. Recently, Russia was also in news because of immunity law, and the first reading of this law was passed in Russian lower house, that is Duma. So as per this new provision, the former Russian presidents and their families will be immune from prosecution. Now coming back to BRICS, so BRICS is association of 5 countries, that is Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. And there is a new development bank. So it is a bank of BRICS countries. Now out of these 5 countries of BRICS, 3 are in IBSA, that is India, Brazil and South Africa. And out of these 5 countries, 3, that is Russia, China and India, are part of SCO, that is Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So SCO is Shanghai Cooperation Organization, headquarter is in Beijing, and it is association of 8 countries. So out of 8, 4 are Russia, China, India and Pakistan, and remaining 4 are Central Asian country except Turkmenistan. So the BRICS members also discussed counter-terrorism measures. Next question is, which financial institution has allocated $20 million to help developing countries in assessing COVID-19 vaccine? So this has been announced by ADB, that is Asian Development Bank. And this is going to be a part of ADB TASF. What is TASF? It is Technical Assistance Special Fund. Now, to make sure that every country, specifically poor and vulnerable countries, get vaccine, there is alliance and it is COVAX. So it is alliance between WHO, that is World Health Organization, CEPI, that is Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations, and Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance. Recently WHO was in news as USA quit WHO. USA was also in news as recently it quit Paris Climate Deal. So this was signed during COP21 in Paris in France. The most recent conference of parties was COP25. It was in Madrid in Spain under presidency of Chile government. Next one is COP26 and it is going to be in UK. Recently UK decided to ban diesel and petrol cars from 2030. The Prime Minister of UK is Boris Johnson. Next question is, researchers of IIT Kharagpur have developed food packaging material using which material? So this new food packaging material has been developed with the help of cucumber peels. So this is obviously a eco-friendly and biodegradable option, and this has been done by the researchers of IIT Kharagpur. So this was done because cucumber peels have high cellulose. Next question is, which organization has commenced the testing of its regulatory sandbox on retail payment? So this is RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. Now first thing first, what is the meaning of this term regulatory sandbox? So regulatory sandbox refers to the live testing of new product or services in a controlled or in a regulated environment. The objective of this regulatory sandbox is to promote innovations and new services and products. So the testing will be done in a controlled environment to see whether it is working properly or not. So recently RBI commenced the testing of its regulatory sandbox on retail payments, and 2 products were in use because of this testing. One is eRupaya and second product is PaySe. Recently RBI was also in news as RBI appointed Krish Gopal Krishnan as the first chairperson of RBIH. Now what is RBIH? It is Reserve Bank Innovation Hub. So this was set up by RBI to promote innovation in the finance sector. Recently RBI was also in news as it appointed T.N. Manoharan as the administrator of LVB, that is Lakshmi Vilas Bank. It is important to note that recently 1 month moratorium was imposed on Lakshmi Vilas Bank, and now the withdrawal limit is 25,000. Next question is, how many countries constitute the Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation? So total 21 countries are the part of this association, and it is APEC, that is Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation. It is a free trade association among Pacific Rim nations. The headquarters of APEC is in Singapore. Now it is important to note that India is not a part of this APEC grouping, and the 32nd meeting of APEC is going to be organized on 20th of November 2020, and for this Malaysia is going to be the host nation. Next meeting, that is 33rd, is going to be in New Zealand. Recently New Zealand introduced hijab in the police uniforms, and Constable Jeena Ali became the first woman to wear hijab with her police uniform. Recently, one more police constable was in news, and she is Seema Dhaka. So, she is a police constable in Delhi Police. Why she was in news recently? Because recently she was given out-of-turn promotion for her tremendous work in finding the missing children. So, she was in news because of OTP, that is out-of-turn promotion, for tracing the missing children. Next question is, on which date the International Day of Tolerance is observed by UNESCO? So, it is observed on 16th of November. And on this occasion, NGO named Resolution Conflict was in news. So, it is NGO in DRC, that is Democratic Republic of Congo. Why it was in news? Because it was awarded for the promotion of tolerance and non-violence. And it was given the Madanjeet Singh Prize for the promotion of tolerance and non-violence, and this was given by UNESCO. Apart from that, 16th of November is also celebrated as National Press Day to honor the formation of PCI, that is Press Council of India. So it was founded in 1966 on 16th of November. Now, in addition to that, on 19th of November, World Toilet Day is observed, and the theme was Sustainable Sanitation and Climate Change. 19th of November was also observed as Women Entrepreneurship Day. It was also observed as International Men's Day. In addition to that, 19th of November was also observed as birth anniversary of former Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Next question is, where is the headquarters of ICRISAT, that is International Crop Research Institute of Semi-Arid Tropics? So, this is in Hyderabad, and it was founded in 1972. Why it was in news recently? Because Ministry of Civil Aviation permitted ICRISAT to use drones for the agricultural research activities. Now, this Ministry of Civil Aviation was also in news because of Udan initiative, that is Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik. It was also in news because of Lifeline Udan initiative. Present Minister is Hardeep Singh Puri. So these were the most important questions. Now we are going to cover important news. So first is Mridula Sinha. So she was the first women governor of Goa, and she passed away recently. Next is S.N. Rajeswari. So recently she was appointed as a member of IRDAI. IRDAI is a regulator of insurance sector, and IRDAI stands for Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. Next is P-8I. So recently Indian Navy received this P-8I surveillance aircraft from USA, and this was received at INS Hansa at the Goa Naval Air Base. Now it is important to note that this P-8I has been developed by Boeing, so it is US based company. Next is Bhuvan. So it is a geoportal developed and managed by ISRO, that is Indian Space Research Organization. Why this Bhuvan portal was in news? Because recently UN ESCAP, that is United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and Pacific. So this commission released a report, and the title was Geospatial Practices for Sustainable Development. And this report highlighted the role of Bhuvan portal in combating COVID-19 in our country. Next is first Indian city with gender specific urban plan. So Mumbai is the first city of our country to have a urban plan with a special focus on the gender specific initiatives. And in this context, BMC, that is Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation, released a new document. Next is Francisco Sagasti. So recently he became the interim president of Peru. Peru is a South American country. So the previous president was Martin Vizcarra, and he was impeached by the Congress of Peru, and that is why new president was appointed, and he was Manuel Merino. But he resigned, and now Francisco Sagasti has been appointed as interim president till the general elections. Interim means for the time being, that is temporary. Next is MPL Sports. So MPL stands for Mobile Premier League, and recently BCCI, that is Board of Control for Cricket in India, announced that MPL Sports is going to be the official kit sponsor of Indian cricket team. Present BCCI president is Sourav Ganguly. Next is cardless EMI. So this initiative has been announced by ICICI Bank, and for this it has partnered with Pine Labs. So now you can get the benefits of EMI without using any card. So how this will be done? This will be done with the help of your PAN card and with the help of your mobile number. So this is new initiative started by ICICI Bank. Next is Param Siddhi. So it is supercomputer. Actually recently 2 supercomputers were in use. One is Param Siddhi and another is Mihir. So these 2 were in use because they were in the list of top 500 world's most powerful supercomputers. And in that list Param Siddhi was on 63rd position and Mihir was on 146th position. Next is Jeevan Dhara. So this is an initiative started by Himachal Pradesh government. So this is a mobile van and it is going to function as PHC, that is primary health center. So the idea is to provide health services at your doorsteps. Next is Mahapashudhan Sanjeevani. So this initiative is related to Maharashtra and recently BFIL, that is Bharat Financial Inclusion Limited, signed an agreement with Animal Husbandry Department of Maharashtra government. The idea is to provide doorstep delivery of livestock care. That means doorstep facilities for animals. And for that, Bharat Finance Inclusion Limited has partnered with Maharashtra government. This Bharat Financial Inclusion Limited is a subsidiary of IndusInd Bank. So this initiative will be implemented under Mukhyamantri Pashu Swasthya Yojana. Next is Tigress on the Trail. So recently 15 prominent bikers, that means 15 prominent women bikers, started a unique adventurous motorcycle trip, and this was started from Madhya Pradesh. So they are going to visit the common tourist spots of Madhya Pradesh, and this journey has been named as Tigress on the Trail. Next is Finance Commission in COVID time. So this was a report and it was submitted by Finance Commission. It is important to note that presently we have 15th Finance Commission, head is N.K. Singh. So as per this report, the government need to increase public-private partnership in the health sector, and it need to increase the public spending on health, and the target is to reach 2.5% of GDP by 2024. It also suggested that there should be all India medical services. And last news is related to FDI for digital news media. So on 16th of November, I&B Ministry, that is Information and Broadcasting Ministry, released a new notification that all the news websites, portals and current affair providers through digital media, they need to comply with the guidelines of 26% of FDI in digital news media. That means as of now, for the FDI in digital news media section, the limit is 26%, and those entities who have more than 26% of FDI, they need to bring it down to 26% in next 1 year. That means by 15th of October till 2021. In simplest term, if you are a digital news media platform and if you have received FDI, that is foreign direct investment, and if it is more than 26%, then you need to bring it down to 26% in next 1 year. Now I&B Ministry was also in news as it is going to regulate OTT platforms. So these were the most important news. Now homework. So please read about Global Prevention Coalition, Deemed Forest and Mahajan Commission report. That was all for the day. Thank you.